All right, we are back. Guardians playing against the Music City Marauders. Marauders now have it in the Guardian zone. That's taken away. Now Auburn with the puck. He pushes it around one guy. He passes it up to O'Brien. O'Brien unable to handle it. That goes all the way down. They're calling tip, no ice. O'Brien picks it up, skates it around their net, passes it over to Algrim. Algrim with the puck now. Takes a shot. That goes wide. Comes out to Simonson. That goes back down to Lynette. Lynette now battling the corner. He's got some time. He passes up to O'Brien. O'Brien takes a shot. That's blockered away. O'Brien then picks it up in the corner. He passes it up to Lynette. Lynette scoots it over, trying to get it to Algrim. That slips into the corner. Algrim now circling. Gets tangled up behind this big pillar here. But gets it out. Gets it over to O'Brien. Or Lynette takes a shot. Now Marauders start to get it out of their zone. That goes back to Simonson. Simonson then moves up the ice. Passes it up to O'Brien. Guardians make a line change. O'Brien still battling down in the corner. Barr moving in to help out. Barr now with the puck. Correction, that's Catawba. Cronlin holds the blue line, fires it on net. Now it goes to Campbell. Campbell circling around. Tries to get it through, unable. Marauders now start to break out of their zone. They throw it up. Cronlin now regrouping. He steps around one guy and gets it poked away. Now Marauders are back. They got an odd man rush. He gets a shot. That shot goes wide. Campbell in to pick it up in the corner. He throws it down. Defense throws it towards the net. Now it goes over to the far corner. Barr now coming down to the D, trying to block. That goes through. Wraps all the way around the net. Campbell coming to pick it up on the sidewall. Now skates it out of the zone. He gets it over to Catawba. That goes over to Barr. Now Barr has it. Barr takes a shot. That goes up. Hits a stick up over the net. Campbell now battling down in the corner. Barr comes in for a change. And we're going to have a whistle. Not sure. I couldn't see behind the pillar, but Marauders got a penalty. Guardians go on to man advantage. Algrim in for the faceoff. He wins it back to Hagee. Hagee then throws it down to O'Brien. Hagee then steps up to hold the blue line. That goes down to Algrim. Algrim now with the puck. He passes behind the net to O'Brien. He tries to get out to the net. That's broken up. O'Brien trying to hold the zone, unable to do so. That comes out in the neutral zone. Now both teams battling for the puck. Just inside the zone. Algrim now with the puck. He's got O'Brien on that side. He skates around, takes a shot. That deflects off his skate and into the corner. Marauders now start to pass it out. They pass across the ice. Missed target. That's going to be an icing.
Rigged to have a pillar removed.
Face off down in the Marauder zone. Catawba in, take the draw. That's kicked over to the sideboard. Now both teams, Catawba in there battling. It's in his feet. Picked out by the Marauders. Marauders now start to skate the other way. Campbell with a good back check, able to break that up. Now Cronlin in back. Still stays possession of the puck behind these fancy pillars. Now O'Brien with it. He's coming out, skating through the neutral zone. He gets taken down. Marauders start to circle back the other way. He tries to go cross ice. He's got a man over there. Cronlin's now pushing over to block that up. Back check by Lynette. Able to break up that play. That goes back to the defense. They take a shot on net. That's stopped by Lombardo. Face-off's one. Barr breaks that up. Now he starts to skate through. He's got a guy he's going around to the left side. He takes a shot. That's blocked by the goalie. Face-off comes out to Simonson. Simonson then skates it into the zone, takes a shot. That's blocked away. Try to glove. Barr in there with the rebound. Goalie's able to seal that up. Guardians win the draw, take a shot right off the face-off. That's a rebound, another shot. Sealed up again by the goaltender. Have another face-off. That draws. Sent out to Simonson. Simonson then moves it over to Heggie. Heggie can't quite reach it. Puts over. Now he's at room to skate it in. Takes another shot. That's sealed up once more. Algrim take the draw. That's a battle right on the dot. Battling down in the corner. Can't really see what's going on, but Algrim's there with the puck. He's now taken on by two guys, and that comes to the net. Goalie pushes it out. Marauders start to exit the zone, but he's picked up by Algrim. Now they're coming through. He goes cross ice. That's intercepted by Barr. Mardow's skating the other way. He goes through. He's got in the middle of the ice. He's trying to get through, trying to get a shot, but he's tangled up. Can't quite get it. He's now got the puck. He's got room. He circles back the other way. He's still got control of the puck. Throws it out to Cronlund. Cronlund then throws it in deep behind the net. Algrim now dashing into the corner to get that puck. That's picked up by the Marauders. That's intercepted by our blue line. Still able to hold the zone. Still in the zone. Algrim with the puck. He's going wide. Trying to get that puck to the center of the ice. He circles back. And that's iced by the Marauders. Have a face-off down in the Marauders zone. 8:38 left to play in the first period. Tava takes a draw. That's one down in the corner. Tava comes away with it. He then tries to go around the net, passes it out, can't quite hit his man. Marauders pick it up. He tries to go cross ice. That's nearly intercepted. Goes all the way through. Heggie in a puck race with the Marauders. Heggie then goes around, gets it poked away. Marauders still now trying to center the zone. That goes through the middle. Guardians able to get it out. Pass up to O'Brien. O'Brien now skating it through the center zone. He passes it over to Katava. Then it goes over to Amos. Amos now skating down the far side. He circles around, tries to center, but not able to get it through. Marauders now picking it up, coming back the other way. He whiffs, but still able to get it out of the zone. He passes up to the center. Now he's going through. That's picked off by Campbell. Campbell now skating down the sidewall. Still has the puck. He's got a guy. He takes a shot. That's a goal! Right through the 5-hole. Uses his speed, gets around the D, takes a quick shot low right through the 5-hole. Faceoff comes back to Guardians defense. Battle in the neutral zone. O'Brien now picks it up. He scouts around one guy, loses it. Now it's a puck race. He's able to get it back, pushes up to Lynette. Lynette now throws it back to his D to regroup. Moravicek then throws it cross ice to Lynette. That's going to be offsides just barely. So a face-off just outside the zone. Ref unable to get that one, trying to get it with her skate. Now she's got to skate down. Pick up that puck. Extra work for her. As we come back to play. Algrim takes the draw. That's hit over to the sidewall and then kicked back to Cronlund. Cronlund then gets it over to O'Brien. O'Brien now picking it up, going into the offsides once more on the Guardians. That's one back. Kicked over to Lynette. Lynette with the puck. Offsides once again. I'll tell you what, we're going to get it this next time entering the zone. Boys just getting a little eager. Algrim takes the draw. He wins it forward. Almost poked away. They try to enter the zone. Now it goes down in front of the net. It's a puck race. Marauders able to pick it. Oh, gets a shot on net. Kicked away by the goaltender. Now Marauders coming up the half wall. They throw it up to Cronlund at defense. He tries to get it through the net. Not much on it. O'Brien able to hold it. He's got a lane to the net. He skates. He shoots. That's blocked and kicked out from the corner. O'Brien now behind the net. He's getting tied up by a guy. Marauders come out with it. They're pushing it up. Moravicek trying to hold the zone. He does. O'Brien now picks it up, skates it further in. He passes it back to Moravicek. He's got a lane to go to the net. Takes a shot. That's sealed up by the goaltender. Draw goes to Higgy. Higgy trying to hold the zone. Unable. That kicks out. Goes to Simonson. Simonson's looking cross ice. That goes to Campbell. Campbell runs into the wall a little bit and loses. He's able to get it back. Now he's entering the zone. He tries to get over to Barr, but that's intercepted. Now Katava. He takes a shot. Tries to get it through, but picked off by the defense. He circles back the other way and starts to skate it out of the zone. He goes cross ice. They're unable to hold. Now Simonson skates it back into the Guardian zone. He's got some time. Goes around the net. But he's picked off by a Marauder. They then pass it out to defense. They take a shot. That's blocked. Guardians then throw it out of the zone into the neutral zone, and Marauders pick it up to regroup. They go D to D. And that's intercepted by Barr. But they're able to get it back out of the zone. That's intercepted by the Guardians. Pass it up to Campbell. Campbell now shoots it around the defense to the outside. He's got a guy in the middle. He slides it over, takes a shot. Just misses, comes back to the front of the net. Now O'Brien with a shot. Now it's still battle in front of the net. Now down in the corner. Couple scoring opportunities there for the Guardians. That puck shoots out. Now it's a puck race. Moravicek back. That's going to be icing. That puck's drawn back to Moravicek. He throws it in deep. Guardians battling. He tries to get it over the net. Unable to do so. Moravicek now skating in, holds the zone. He dumps it in down deep. Now they're battling down the corner. The Guardians throw it around the net. Amos goes down, trying to pick him off. Marauders now start to enter the zone. They have an errant pass. Goes to our defense. Now passed up to Algrim. Algrim now with it. He throws it into the zone. Picked up by Marauders. They circle back. They throw it up the boards. Now it comes back into our neutral zone. Moravicek goes over to Cronlund across ice. He moves it up to Amos. Amos then tips it down deep into the zone. That's a good play. Now he goes into chase behind their own net. He goes back, throws it the other way. As Guardians put on the forecheck, able to hold the zone. Both guys go down right in the blue line, and they're able to kick it out. Marauders now going in wide into the Guardians zone, taken on by two guys. And he has that puck stripped away. Now Moravchuk with the puck, I believe. And that goes out. They throw it down, trying to get to their fence, but they blow the zone. Now they circle back, have to regroup. As we got Amos in pursuit. Now battling behind in the corner. They try to center. That kicks out to Simonson at the blue line. He then throws it in deep into the far corner. Picked up by Algrim. Algrim starts to skate behind the net, get a little resistance, but still able to pick it up. He passes to Campbell. Campbell takes a shot. That goes wide. Goalie loses his stick. Now Campbell skates around one guy, skates around two guys. He's tripped up a little bit. Now he tries to center. That's poked away by the goalie. Now it comes back. Tava trying to get it on it, but doesn't get much on it. Now it comes back to Higgy in the neutral zone. He regroups. He's got some room to skate. He starts to move into the center of the ice. He comes through, goes to the backhand, goes to forehand, through the net. That's sealed up by the goalie. Had the goalie on her back. Almost was able to put that one in. As they battle for the puck. Now Catava with it. He tries to center. That's thrown away by the defense. Marauders then throw it up the ice. Heggie trying to hold the zone. He throws it back in deep. Marauders now coming back. Just gets it out of the zone. Now back in the neutral ice. Heggie now with the puck. He passes it over to Lynette. Now picked up by Catava. Catava trying to skate it around to the net. He gets it through the middle. Takes a shot. That goes wide. And comes back all the way out to Simonson at the blue line. He then throws it over back to Catava, who goes down deep in the zone. He then cuts back towards the hash marks, trying to get it. That's picked up by Campbell. Campbell then moves it over in front of the net. Lynette with a scoring opportunity, not able to get enough stick on it to get it into the net, and they now battle into the far corner. Lynette still trying to get that puck. Tava moves in to help out. He takes it. He's got it behind the net. He skates it over, throws it in front. Puck's all right in front of the net. They're battling. And Marauders are able to come out with it. They now start to skate it out. They throw it out into the neutral zone, and Catava starts to circle back into the zone. He tries to get it in deep, and it kicks back out. Now battling right here on the blue line. Higgy with the puck. Guardians start to make a line change. Higgy with the puck. He's circling around. He throws it in front. That's nearly tipped by Lynette. Puck now coming out. Marauders coming back. Cronlund steps up, able to hold him right at the blue line. Now Cronlund with the puck, but ref's going to blow that one off sides. Battle in front. Marauders now skating it into the zone. He's got it attempted the net, but that goes down into the far corner. Puck down behind the net. Marauders then throw it all the way around. Goes to their defense. They throw it back in deep. Cronlund trying to get it back behind his net, but just goes by. Now they flip it down the other way. Barr on the wall. He picks it up. He comes back the other way. They're now battling in the corner. We got a couple guys in trying to help them out. Now Cronlund battling with a Marauder behind the net. Marauder's able to pick it up, go in front of the net, passes it. That's blocked. This goes wide. Guardians then throw it all the way around. Brian Campbell trying to get to him. Sorry, that's O'Brien. Marauders now skated around their own net. O'Brien and Barr trying to hold that zone. Cronlund's able to sit there, but no, it comes out. Guardians are out. They now have a man with them. Algrim takes a shot. That's blockered away and pushed out to the far corner. Now Marauders are coming back the other way as Cronlund tries to stop. They get around. They move it to the middle. Just missed this guy, unable to get it to the net. Now Barr picks it up. He's looking for a man up the ice. But that's kicked away. Now Algrim tries to push it through. Barr battling down in the down on the sidewall, right in the neutral zone, and he's able to come out with it and push it in. He's held up by a defense, and he comes in for a change. Marauders now pick it up. He throws it cross ice. That hops over the stick. That's going to be the end of the period. Sorry about that. I had it muted. We are back. Algren with the puck. He passes it over to Barr. Barr takes a shot. That's rebound in front. They throw it out to the middle. That's almost intercepted. Now Marauders going to the other way, and that's broken up by Cronlund. Marauders able to hold the zone. Now battling down on the Guardians half wall. Puck starts to go down behind the net. Marauders with it. They center it. Now picked up by Algren. Algren starts to skate it out of the zone. He then moves to the outside. He takes a shot. That goes wide. Cronlin trying to get to the blue line to hold it. He does. Now battling. Marauders able to get it out. Now they got the guy behind the defense. Algrim back checks, able to stop him. Now Cronlin pokes it up to O'Brien. Then Barr throws it deep in the zone, and they make a line change. Marauders pick it up into the near corner here. They try to pass it up to the winger. That goes out to Simonson. Simonson has some room to walk to the net, takes a shot. That's blocked. Almost put in. Ref blows the whistle dead. We're not going to have a face-off in the Guardians' offensive zone. That goes down into the corner. And put out in front of the net, sealed up by the goaltender. Marauders win the draw, back into the corner. That kicks out in front. Goalie able to push it away. Katava then takes a shot. That's blocked away. Simonson stepping up. Unable to hold. Now Marauders coming back. Higgy able to push him to the outside. He tries to throw it back. That goes off Higgy's skate. Guardians now battling on the blue line. That's going to be offsides. That puck goes back to the defense of the Marauders as they try to throw it in deep. That comes back to Cronlin. Cronlin then looks far ice. He circles back the other way. Then throws it up to O'Brien, but that's not able to hold. And that's going to be icing on the Guardians. That puck's won by the Guardian and thrown around behind the net. That's poked away by Lynette into the neutral zone. Then thrown back. Now Ogren picks it up. He passes it over to Morbacek. Morbacek then passes it up to O'Brien just ahead of him, unable to get to it. They then push it around and enter the Guardian zone. He's in the middle of the ice, getting pushed to the outside by Lynette. They throw it around behind the net. Cronlin with it. He circles back the other way and then pushes it out. Then retrieves it. Still battling down in the corner. Lynette now with it. He goes cross ice to O'Brien. O'Brien not able to handle that cleanly. And Marauders able to pick that up. They circle back in the neutral zone and throw it down deep. That goes right on net. Able to kick away by Lombardo. Now Moravicek throws it up to Lynette. Lynette now with possession of the puck, skating it through the neutral zone. He cuts back. Now they're going to be offsides. That's thrown through. Now Simonson regrouping. He passes it over. That's blocked. He throws it on net, but that goes down into the far corner. They're skating around behind the net. That goes out their defense. He throws it to the net, but that's blocked away. They skate it around, trying to get it to the front of the net. That goes all the way through, out of the zone. Their goalie comes out to play it. They skate around the net. They then throw it up the ice, trying to break it out of their zone. They then pass it up to the middle. That's broken up by Simonson. Barr then blocks it at the corner as they're able to get it through. Now Murado steps around Higgy, they take a shot. That's blocked away Lombardo. Higgy now behind the net. He skates around one, moves it up the bar. Bar tries to get over to the center, unable to do so. Puck goes back down deep into the corner. As Simonson with the puck, he moves it up to Campbell. Now Catawba with the puck. That's taken away. Now Marauders circle back the other way. They throw it up the boards. Higgy pinches. He then goes around deep in the corner. Toe drags around one. He's got a lane to the net. Toe drags again. Barden backhands it. That's kicked away. Now picked up by Algram. Now Campbell with the puck. He's trying to get it into the middle. He passes it over. That's blocked away. Now Marauders start to leave the zone. Coming through the neutral zone, he passes it up. Defense steps up, and that's intercepted by Algram. Algram now gets over the red line and throws it in deep. Guardians make a line change. New line down in pursuit. Amos challenging him behind the net, and they throw it all the way around. Cronlund tries to get there to hold the zone, unable to do so. He then circles back, and he has to throw it into the zone for offsides. Puck's won by the Guardians, and they throw it down deep into the zone. O'Brien in pursuit, chasing him down in the far corner. That's thrown out. Moravicek pinches, tries to hold the zone, and is successful. Now Algram tries to stop, but that puck's intercepted. Now they're coming back the other way through the neutral zone. Moravicek steps up, able to get it to O'Brien. O'Brien now going the other way through the neutral zone, passes it up to Algram. Algram now skates to the outside. He's trying to get it over to the middle, but that's kicked out by the defense and thrown back into the far corner. Marauders then pick it up, start to leave the zone. Moravicek steps up at the red line, but unable to hold it. Amos then, looks like we have an injury that's hurt. Well, the face-off just outside the zone. Tava in to take the draw. Marauders player was all right. He's able to get up, skate on his own power. That puck goes to the sidewall and picked up by O'Brien. O'Brien then skates it to the outside. Sorry, that's Campbell. Campbell cuts back, stops, looking for a lane, tries to get in the middle, but that's intercepted. He then gets it back and circles back top of the circles. He then dances around, a couple guys, moves it over, trying to get Lynette. Lynette not able to connect on the back door. Now it's kicked out to Simonson on the blue line. He takes a shot, and it's gloved by the goaltender. Marauders win the draw, back in the corner. Lynette there quickly to tie it up. O'Brien now comes out with it. He skates it back. He shoves it in front of the net. That puck's loose and picked up by Marauders. And are trying to break it out, unable to do so. Higgy then tries to throw it up the boards. Still battling in the neutral zone. Guardians trying to get it through. Campbell tries to push it around, unable to do so. Now Marauders enter the Guardian zone, get it over to the middle of the ice, take a shot. That's pushed away by Lombardo. Now Higgy with the puck. He goes around one guy. He's got some speed. He then goes to the outside. He's starting to look for the middle. Passes to Lynette in front of the net. Takes a shot. Just pushed out by the goalie. That's pushed back to the center. Now Campbell with the puck. He circles back. Looking for an open man. Takes a shot, but that's blocked. Campbell then able to get that block shot. Hold it down deep in the zone. Simonson there trying to hold that blue line. That kicks back. Now Algram with the puck. He's got a lane to shoot. That goes over the net. And Marauders throw it out. Cronlund then picks up the blue line and shoves it in down deep. Marauders then throw it back to the boards. And that's tipped around Cronlund as Moravicek skates over to get that puck in the Guardian zone. He skates it around the net. then passes it up. That comes out into the neutral zone. That's poked away by Algram. Algram's got some speed. He's got a guy coming into the zone. He pushes it over. Unable to connect. Now it comes out to Moravicek. He throws it on net. That's blocked. Bar with it. He takes a shot. Oh, goalie's able to slide over and get it. Goaltender almost beat short side. Just over to get. Was able to slide over and get that pad on it. Puck comes out to the defense. Crowlin then throws it in deep. That's intercepted by the Marauders as they start to enter the Guardian zone. That's poked away. Back into the neutral zone as they battle. Now Algram with the puck. He's got some speed. He skates to the outside. He circles back the other way. He then loses it, comes out of the zone, waiting for his teammates to get out. He then circles back, passes it up to Campbell. He then passes back to Algram. Algram in front of the net. Cronlin steps up, misses. Now has to skate back. Marauders have a step on him. They take a shot on net. That's pushed away by Lombardo. Now Algram with the puck. He skates it wide. He passes it over to Barr. Barr then takes a shot. That's blocked away into the corner. Now comes back into the neutral zone. That's going to be offsides by the Marauders. Lots of scoring opportunities there. Just not able to make them connect. Face-offs right on the blue line. That's pushed out. Amos then kicks it up to himself, then pushes it back to Simonson. Simonson then pushes it up. Amos now with the puck going down deep into the zone. He cuts back, trying to find an open man. He pushes it back to the defense, and then it's pushed back down deep. Now Catawba into the corner. Amos in to help out. Marauders start to skate it around their net. Now Campbell picks it up into the far corner. He steps around one guy. Now he cuts back. He passes it over, trying to get Amos, but just out of his reach. Puck's now out of the way. Simonson steps up and able to get that puck. Guardians trying to get that puck in deep. Puck just comes out of the zone. Guardians have to get out. That's pushed over to O'Brien. O'Brien now takes a shot. That's tipped. Rebound out in front. And Marauders now able to clear the zone. Simonson picks it up. He looks over to Heggie. Heggie then passes it up to O'Brien. O'Brien then over to Catawba. Catawba now takes a shot, but that's blocked with a stick. O'Brien now with the puck. He passes it up to Lynette. Lynette trying to get room to take a shot and throws it down in the corner. That pass is intercepted by the Marauders. Higgy goes down. Both players go down. Now Lynette with the puck. He skates it to the outside. He passes it over to Algram. Algram takes a shot. That's blocked away by the defenseman. Then gets it over to O'Brien. O'Brien tries to take a shot. Just misses. And it comes back out to Cronlin. Cronlin trying to hold his own. Shoves it back in deep. Cronlin holds his own once again. Comes back to the defense for the Marauders. They pass it up. Guardian's still able to hold his own and able to throw it in deep. Now O'Brien chasing behind the net. And that's passed up. Colgren gets a stick lift, and Marauders are able to break it out of the zone. That gets past. Cronlin able to save that. Now Barr circling back. He stops and passes it up. O'Brien unable to hold. Algram in pursuit as they skate around the net. Now Marauders chip it around. It's a puck race. Barr and the Marauders player. Barr goes down, then Cronlin steps up. He's able to break that up. Now Cronlin behind the net. He passes it up. Barr's trying to get it. He blocks that up to himself. Now Algram with the puck. He's got a man to the far side. He takes a shot. That's blockered away. They try to pass it out. The defense is making a change. He wasn't there. They then move it over. Barr's trying to pick that up, unable to get it. Then Marauders shoot it. I don't know if that's going to be over the red line. That's going to be an icing. That's the end of the second period. Still scores 1-1. Now starting the third period. Defense passes up to Campbell. Campbell entering his zone. He takes a shot. That's blocked away. Guardians unable to get the rebound. Amos battling down in the corner. That kicks out to Simonson. Simonson able to circle back the other way. Now has a lane. Trying to get a shot. Unable to get a good hold on it. Now Campbell picks it up. He tries to go across ice to Amos. That's blocked away by a defender. And Amos tries to push it over. And that's kicked out by the Marauders as they come through the neutral zone. That's blocked away by Higgy. Now battling here on the blue line. Higgy battling, able to win that. Now gets that puck up to Campbell. Campbell trying to move it over, unable to do so. Then Katava takes a shot. That's blockered away by the goaltender. Katava's pushing it in deep. Katava now with the puck. He skates it into the middle. He's looking for a defenseman, but no one's there. That comes up to Higgy. Higgy tries to step up, but unable to get him. Now Marauders going back the other way, but Simonson able to get over and stop him. Now Katava picks it up. He throws it to the far side of the ice. Guardians making a line change. And Lynette's able to get there and pick it up. He's got O'Brien coming in. He skates it in the middle. Cuts back the other way. Takes a shot. Goes wide. As Marauders start to break it out of the zone. Battling here down in the neutral zone. Now picked up by O'Brien. O'Brien entering the zone. He passes it over to Lynette. Lynette not able to hold on to it. Lynette trying to seal up that wall. As it's pushed out. Campbell then pushes it out to Algrim. Algrim takes a shot. That goes wide. Battling now on the half wall. O'Brien picks it out of there. Throws it to the front of the net. That's loose, but then covered up by the goaltender. Alderman takes the draw. That's one back to Morbacek. Morbacek then throws it on net. That's pushed out by the goaltender. As Lynette then tries to hold the zone, but it just comes out. That's going to be offsides on the Guardians. Guardians now making a line change. Tava's now in to take the draw. Just outside of the Marauders zone. That puck's pushed forward. Barr's trying to get that puck in deep, able to do so. He's now in pursuit, chasing the guy around behind the net. They pass it up, but that's intercepted. Now Campbell trying to get that puck over, unable to hold on to it. Puck goes down in the corner. Now out to Morvacek. He tries to hold his own, but it's kicked out behind him. Now Cronlin back. Picks up the puck. Goes around his net. Tries to get it over to Barr, but that's kicked out to the defense. He tries to throw it on net, but that goes way wide. Now Cronlin back behind the net. He throws it around the boards. Campbell trying to pick it up. Tava trying to help, but it's pushed back into the zone. Now Moravicek skating around his own net, goes to the other side. He's trying to get at the bar, unable to connect. Now cuts back to Moravicek, but he loses it. Now it's kicked out to Cronlin. Cronlin now moving up the ice. He goes to the outside, and Guardians are offsides. Marauders win the draw back. They push it back out to the neutral zone. Now Higgy back to retrieve. He steps up, tries to go cross ice. That's picked up, intercepted by Campbell. Campbell now goes to the outside, then takes a shot, but that's blocked by the defense into the far corner. Catawba then trying to hold the zone, unable to do so. Campbell able to pick it up. Now Barr trying to get to it, unable to do so. Puck's thrown down in the Guardian zone, picked up by Campbell. Campbell then skates to the outside. Sorry, Higgy with the puck. He skates in the middle of the ice. He comes around. He then passes it over. Puck's loose in front of the net, then sealed up by the goaltender. Guardians win the draw. Back to Simonson. Simonson takes a shot, but that's poked away. Now Amos picking it up. He cuts back the other way, but he's tied up. Algrim then comes in to help out. He's tied up. Now both teams, a couple guys in there trying to get possession of that puck. Marauders come out with it, but quickly intercepted by Algrim. Algrim now picks it up into the near corner. He cuts back, tries to get it to the front of the net, slides it over. That's pushed out by the defense, up to their winger. Simonson then moves in to hold the zone. Guardians now skating in front of it, takes a shot. That's loose, and it's covered up by the goaltender. Guardians win the draw, get a shot. That hits upper body of the goalie and picks out front, then into the far corner. Now battling behind the net. Comes into the near corner. Marauders pick it up. They pass it up to the winger. Moravicek steps up, holds his own. Now Campbell with the puck. He takes a shot. That's blocked away by the goaltender. They then throw it around the boards. Cronlin there able to hold the zone. He's now with possession of the puck. Steps around one guy. Passes it over to Campbell. Takes a shot. That's blocked by the goaltender. Now they have an opportunity. Passes out in front once again. Loose, backhand. That's kicked wide. Catawba now behind the net. He throws it over. Marauders able to pick it up. They throw it out of the zone, back into the neutral zone. Now Morvacek picks it up. He throws it back in deep into the Marauder zone. Guardians make a line change. Campbell trying to hold it in. Now it kicks back into the neutral zone. Marauders going the other way. Algrim battling right on the blue line. They get a shot. That goes right into the chest of Lombardo. He's able to hold on to it. Face off in the Guardians' defensive zone. That puck's one back into the corner. Algrim then picks it up. He throws it up the wall, trying to get it to O'Brien. That comes back out the defense, and they are able to throw it back in deep into the Guardian zone. That's hit out front. Battle just goes wide. Now puck's behind the net. Still battling in behind the net. Now it's pushed out. Algram trying to get control of that puck. He pushes it up to Barr. Barr now is leaving the zone. He cuts back the other way. He's got a guy with him. He passes it over in front. Able to get a shot. Goalie's there to block it. Now Barr retrieves it into the far corner. He's trying to look for an outlet pass. Skates it up to the top circle and circles back the other way. He then passes it up to O'Brien. O'Brien then has it and loses the puck. Barr then swoops in, tries to get that puck away. Now that puck's intercepted but just blocked out of the zone. Now Algram with it. He circles back along the wall, throws it out into the middle. O'Brien trying to get to it. He does. He's got a lane to the net. He tries to backhand it, but that goes wide. He then circles back, gets it out to Higgy at the point. He takes a shot on net. He comes around. Barr then has it. He throws it in front. Puck's right in front of the net. Scramble, and goalie's able to get to it. I'll tell you what, this goaltender for the Marauders has been standing on her head. About 6 or 7 scoring opportunities there. Just not able to find the back of the net. Tava in to take the draw. He wins it back. Now over the sidewall. Battling on the half wall. Morvacek trying to hold it. That goes down to the far corner. Marauders then pick it up. They throw it back out to Cronlin. Cronlin then tries to get it down deep, but that's blocked. Now Marauders come back the other way as Morvacek then swoops in and able to get a skate on it. Now Cronlin comes back the other way. He tries to get it up to Katava, but it just misses. Now Marauders going to be offsides. They weren't able to get out of the zone. .646 left in the third period. Score still 1-1. Puck goes back to Morvacek. Morvacek to Cronlin. Cronlin then passes it up to Amos. Amos now enters the zone. He tries to get through the fence. Gets it over to Campbell. Campbell has it. He skates around the net. Cuts back. Trying to find a lane to get it to the front of the net. Now battling into the corner. Puck now goes to Katava. Puck in front. Chaos. That's a goal! Goal! Just a straight garbage goal. Everybody's down on the ice. Goalie's down. 2 defensemen. Puck gets loose on the backside. And Guardians were able to poke that in. I believe Catalvo was able to put that one in. Not 100% sure, but I do think he was able to scramble and get that one. Face off at center ice. That's pushed forward. That's going to be offsides. Puck then kicks out to Higgy. Higgy throws it down in deep into the corner. O'Brien in pursuit. Algram there to intercept that. He tries to step around one guy. But that comes out to Higgy. Higgy then trying to hold the zone. Able to do so. Puck then goes back in deep. Now back out to Higgy. Higgy then shoves it back down into the zone. Now it's loose. Algram with some room. He gets it to the front of the net. Takes a shot. Just goes wide. Just wide. Marauders now trying to push it up the sidewall. Lynette trying to scoop it out of there. And able to do so. Now Algram down the corner. He's trying to get it over. Takes a shot. That's blocked away by the goaltender. Brian now battling in the corner. That comes out to Simonson. Simonson passes it over to Lynette. Lynette taking time, takes a shot. And that's gloved by the goaltender. 5:23 left in the third period. Face off down into the Guardians' offensive zone. Tava in to take the draw. He wins it to the side. Barr now with the puck. He's trying to get it back in deep. Able to do so. Now Katava battling down in the corner. That comes out to Morvacek. Morvacek unable to hold it. Tries to kick it up with a skate, but Cronlin gets back. Able to do it. He now throws it up. And Marauders are offsides. Face-off's going to come just outside the Guardian zone. Battle in front. That's picked up by Campbell. Campbell then pushes to the outside, gets around the defense. He takes a shot, tries to get short side, but that's gloved by the goaltender. Face-off's one, back to Morvacek. Morvacek handles it on the backhand, throws it back down deep. Now Barr trying to get to it. And that's kicked out. Now Cronlund stepping up on the blue line. He tries to get it through to Katava. Katava backhands. Now Barr behind the net with the puck. He pounces it off the back of the net, comes back the other side, escape move. Barr still with control of the puck. He comes out to the top of the circle. He's got a backhand. He cuts back the other way. Toe drag shot. Blocked away. Holy buckets. Scramble in front of the net. Puck still loose. Finally kicked out to the sidewall. Katava backs up. They throw it. That's not going to be enough for an icing. Morvacek has to get back. He skates around the net. Tries to get it up to Barr. That takes a weird bounce. The Guardian's able to get it out of the zone. Marauders now come back the other way. He cuts back. Defense trying to... Barr comes out with it. He's now skating it out of the zone. Gets it over the blue line. He's got a guy with him. He tries to get through. He tries to pass it up to O'Brien. O'Brien now has it. He throws it just wide. That circles all the way around. That's going to get out of the zone. Now Simonson picks it up. Going to have to regroup. He passes it over to Higgy. Higgy then steps around and passes it up to Amos. Amos trying to get it just barely on sides. So O'Brien now battling down the corner to get it in deep. Marauders come out with it. They skate it in the neutral zone and pass it over to the far side. Defense then steps up, takes him down. Probably going to get a penalty. Yep. So that's unfortunate. Player steps on his stick, goes down. Simonson's going to go sit in the box. 3 minutes, 24 seconds left in the third period. Face off from Guardian zone. Marauders win the draw, goes back to the point. They throw it behind the net. That comes out to their D. That's blocked by the Guardians. Trying to get out of the zone, but Marauders are able to hold the zone. Now that puck gets thrown out to neutral ice. Battling here right at the blue line. And then throw it in. Now Higgy with the puck. He tries to get it up to Algram. Now picks it up. Tries to backhand it back up to Algram. Now Marauders come back the other way. Cronlund able to get a stick on it and shoots it back out to the neutral zone. Marauders then throw it in. That's going to be an icing. Puck's loose in front of the net. Campbell with it. He's looking for a shot. He pushes. That's blocked by the defense. Now they get it back to the net. Goalie's able to push that off to the side. Now Marauders take it in behind their own net. Then passes up to the wing. Wing's now looking. Unable to get it out of the zone. O'Brien's able to hold it. They now push it down back in deep. Marauders defense picks it over and goes D to D. Defense now skating it into the neutral zone. That's intercepted by Campbell. Campbell then pokes it around the defense, has it to the outside, but he has a stick lift. Now they're battling down in the corner. Marauders come out with it. Now they're circling around in front of their own net. They pass it up. They're now coming to the neutral zone. He's got the outside. Higgy hustling back to break that up, able to do so. Battling down in the near corner here. Puck's loose. Marauders pick it up. And Guardians come out with it. Now Campbell has the puck. He's pushing to the outside, takes a shot. That shot goes wide. Tava now in pursuit into the far corner, trying to hold it in, battling down there. Amos in to help. He pushes it around, trying to get out to the defense, not able to do so. That puck's kicked out to the neutral zone, picked up by Cronlund. Cronlund now trying to get to the outside, get it in deep, which goes up to Amos. And Guardian's going to get called for offsides. Algram able to pick that puck up off the draw. He takes a shot. That's blocked by a skate of the Marauders defense. Now Algram behind the net. He circles around, tries to get it over to O'Brien, unable to do so. Comes back to Algram. He gets that taken away. Algram now with the puck again. Trying to hold his own. Marauders are able to get it out. That's going to be offsides by the Guardians. .58 seconds left in the third period. Guardians up 2-1. Trying to hold this one-goal lead. Marauders are going to take a timeout. Refs blow the whistle to continue play. Face off just outside of the Guardians' offensive zone. That puck's drawn forward, picked up by Marauder defense. They circle around, they pass it up, they hit the skate. Guardians able to hold the zone. That's picked out to O'Brien. That's pushes back out front, gets pushed down into the far corner. Algram in pursuit. He cuts back. He tries to get it over, takes a shot, and that's blocked by the goaltender. Puck's pushed out. Now Marauders taking it through the neutral zone. They get to the outside. They're pulling their goalie. He takes a shot. That goes off the crossbar, I think. Now O'Brien coming out the far side. He pushes it around the defense, trying to get in deep, but that's blocked by the ref. Little assistance by the ref there. Marauders come back the other way. But that's able to get back and push that out, and that's going to be offsides on the Marauders. 13.8 seconds left in the third period. Marauders have pulled their goalie. They got 6 people on the ice. Higley steps up, takes a shot, hits the post, just dangling in front of the net. Lynette trying to get to it. That puck goes wide, and that's going to be the end of the game. Another hard-fought one by the Guardians. Able to battle. I'll tell you what, they had a lot of shots, lots of scoring opportunities. Goalie for the Marauders had a heck of a game. Able to keep a lot of them pucks out. So hats off to her. What a game.